This is the USA versus Japan game review, and I'm ready to give you some facts. The US going into this game versus Japan haven't won a single away game in the last 7. They've drawn 4 and lost 3 going into this. Now they're 0-4-4. Not looking good going into the World Cup. Nothing good or really a whole lot positive as far as what we saw from the US. There was some moments in the 7th minute. Dest on the outside had a nice cross in, and if it was probably Pfalk or Hanji right, they probably would have finished that, but he just couldn't get underneath the ball for a header into the goal. That's a big bummer. But that was really I feel like the only chance that they had on goal. It wasn't even a shot on target, but that would have been probably the closest opportunity for that. And this is the first game, well, maybe not the first game. The U.S. men's national team just managed literally zero shots on target. Doesn't mean they didn't have shots. They did. It was like 3. That's it. Sad. So just in regards to the first half, this is what I noticed. Sam Vines didn't get past the half field the entire first half. The second half he did. They played more of a like 3-5-2, maybe 3-2-2, like 3-5-2, like just a box midfield in the second half, it looked like. When it came to Zimmerman and Long, it was not a good fit. They should not start again together. So a quick thing, early in the first half, first few moments of the game, Zimmerman, I believe it was, gave up the ball several times. I got numbers as far as how many times Zimmerman and Long gave up the ball, and it's astronomical for the first half. But almost gave up a goal right then and there. And it looked like, Taylor Twellman even commented on it, it looked like the people that were taking care of the pitch were celebrating Oktoberfest because they were in Germany, and it totally, you could see the grass uneven on TV, which is outrageous. And should not be taking place, should not be happening at all. It should be a great surface, and it just looked like someone was drunk when they were taking care of it. So, with Aaron Long and Walker Zimmerman, well, numbers as far as what they gave up, where was it at? Okay. So Aaron Long played 45 minutes, and he gave up the ball 6 times. He had 3 recoveries. Zimmerman played 90 minutes, all 90. He had 12 possessions lost. He lost the ball. He passed the ball to the opponent multiple times. He had a few moments. There was one time early in the second half that he had a very clear, like a pretty good pass, but it was that broke the lines. But other than that, he gave up the ball a lot, and 7 recoveries. Altogether, in the first half, they gave up 54 times. That's ridiculous. They lost possession 54 times in just their defensive half. Japan was playing this like constant 2-touch. It was ridiculous. I want to give credit to Japan though. Their center mids were cleaning up. Anytime we had a way to even begin an attack, they dismantled them. Brendan Aronson was on the floor like a bunch. There should have been a potential yellow card, if not a red card, on the back of his calf. It was just ridiculous, but VAR wasn't supposed to be used, but Anyways, with that being said, though, like, Endu and Heshur, I don't want to butcher his name, but those two they did phenomenal in the midfield for Japan, and I want to give credit to them. Japan overall played a great game. They didn't just get pushed around. They didn't. Okay, this is something else with Zimmerman and Long. If we play against England, Wales, well, we are, or Saudi Arabia, they know the game plan. If Aaron Long and Zimmerman are playing together, they don't have to pressure them. If you notice, or even if you want to go back and watch the game, you can. They didn't pressure Long or Zimmerman because they knew that they would give the ball away and give it to them. And that was a great plan from the Japanese team. Overall, that was like an F as far as those two pairings. If I see that again, I already know we're going to give up goals. I know that we're not going to be on the offensive very often. And Tyler Adams was alone in the midfield. He didn't have, like he does for Leeds, Aroka. He didn't have Musa. Musa was out. He had they had Frankie, Luca de la Torre, the other pairing, but he kept getting pushed up, and Japan just crowded the midfield because it looked like they saw that we were trying to just go through the midfield, and they boxed us in, and it pinned our one of our fullbacks in the back, like just pinned them back. So what needs to take place? First off, Aaron Long, Zimmerman out. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this on this just pod or videos because they were horrible. But when it comes to the middle, Musa was missed hardcore. We need to have someone back there with him, with Tyler Adams, to be able to be that really to just help him, to someone that he can have, that he can just simply lay off a good pass to, and just their buddies double pivot, and then let McKennie run and do his thing, and then Brendan Aronson run and do his thing. Like I don't think there was anything a whole lot wrong with the midfield aside from that. Luca de la Torre got pushed up too much or out wide when he didn't need to, and it left Adams vulnerable. So when Zimmerman or Long really just got rid of the ball, gave it to the other team, no one was there to help support them. So, but when it came to the attack, Ferreira, I'm not a huge fan. I think it was his position to lose. It is his position to lose. But I also think Reyna is still coming back from injury. This is his first game in like over a year for the U.S. national team. But then also when it comes to who else was it? It was Reyna, and Aronson. They kept pushing, cramming the middle, and it just was not a very good game from the U.S. at all. So the second half, they made 4 substitutions, which were great. And they started the first 10, maybe, I'm going to say 15 minutes, give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, it was a 2-0 loss, but they came out just on fire. They were controlling the game, and commentators even noticed everything. But then back to the old ways. They just didn't keep continuing the game. Didn't keep that pressure up. Gave away the ball too much. Did a bunch of those different things. But there was a poll that was on Bleacher Report for the U.S. men's national team fans, and asked, "Are you worried?" Well, duh, yeah. So 2-0 defeat to Japan. 1 friendly left before the World Cup. How are you feeling? So out of the votes, when I took a screenshot of this, and if you're watching the video, you can see it, but on audio, I'm gonna read it to you so you can, you know. So out of 12.8K people that have voted, no, not concerned, we've got the talent, only 11%. With 21%, the team will bounce back on Tuesday. 21%, that's not bad. But do the math on that. 68% said that was very, very bad. It was horrible. Yes, some part of it was a pitch, all that stuff, but it was a starting 11. It was that back line. Turner had some great saves. It could have been easily at least 4-0 if it wasn't for Turner. If it was Zach Steffen, probably, because I don't want him to go into the World Cup. Maybe I'll make my own predicted World Cup roster and post that. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts as far as who you want for your 26-man squad that gets announced on November 9th, I believe it is. And so, with that, Saudi Arabia game, that will be very similar to the Iran game. Getting used to what that will look like and their style of play. And I don't know where that game is actually located, but I will do my best to actually watch it and give my honest feedback and review from it. But anyways, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. This is my very, very first podcast. This is going to be my longer YouTube video that I've done before. And comment. If you watch the whole thing, like, give me a rating at the bottom, like, out of 10, like 1 through 10. Like, if this was a 2, like, man, bro, your camera's shaking because I'm using a hand and I don't have a tripod. Whatever. Give me your feedback. I want to hear it. Or something. So, anyways, follow, like, comment, subscribe for more.